Hey guys, my name is Kirsty and welcome to another video. So today I am going to be talking to you guys about different ways that you can read, or as I like to call it, how to catch up on your Goodreads challenge. The reason I made this video was because I looked at my Goodreads challenge and I realised that I was 23 books behind schedule. So my goal for 2018 is to read 150 books, and I decided to do this because last year I read 119, so I kind of wanted to up the challenge for myself, so I decided to do 150. Now this year hasn't really been the best year for me and I haven't been reading a lot because of that, so at the time being I have read 59 books I think, so I am 23 books behind schedule. This is how I plan on basically catching up on my Goodreads challenge, how to read more, how I'm going to read more books, and this is kind of like a discussion video, so just sit back and relax. So the first way of catching up on my challenge is to listen to more audiobooks. I love audiobooks. I think they're one of the best things ever invented for readers because I can just listen to a book whilst I'm doing chores, whilst I'm cooking, whilst I'm cleaning my room, and it just makes things so much easier because it means that I can cross off books off my TBR whilst doing other things, which is really helpful. And I use Audible. It's $7.99 a month and I think the service is so good. You can cancel at any time that you want and there is so many books to choose from. It is just crazy about the selection that they have. So I'm not actually listening to a book at the moment because I am trying to read all the books for Yelp and I have none of those books on Audible, but this is the app. So basically those are the audiobooks that I have right there, and then every month I just treat myself to a new one, and this is going to be really handy for me when I go on holiday to Malta because I can't take a lot of books with me because of the suitcase, because I'm going on a plane. So having all of the books on my phone is really handy. The second way that is also going to help me when I'm on holiday is having the Kindle app for my phone. So I request a lot of books off NetGalley and because of that they go straight to the Kindle app on my phone, and that means if I'm out and about and I've forgotten a book, I can just get a book up quickly on my phone and read it. So if there's no room in my university bag for a book to carry on the train with me, then at least I have a book on my phone to read whilst I'm on the train. And to be fair, it actually really does put a dent in the amount that you read. So I have a half-an-hour train journey. In that amount of time I can read about 40-50 pages, half an hour there, half an hour back. That's actually really good. You're looking at about 100 pages just whilst reading on the train. So that's the second way that you can catch up on your Goodreads challenge, or you know, that's a different way that you can read more, is just having a book on your phone if you're able to. I know that some people may not have a smartphone where they can access a Kindle app, some people might not be on NetGalley, some people might not be able to afford the $7.99 a month, and that is okay, because a different way that I love to catch up on my Goodreads challenge, and reason number 3, is I read a lot of graphic novels, and these take me about an hour to read. They're about 120 pages and I love graphic novels anyway, so it's not like a chore to read them. But I read a lot of graphic novels, and within 3 hours, the amount of time it could take you to read, I don't know, a 300-page book, I could have read 3 graphic novels, and I find that so helpful because I know that once I've read all the books on my Yelp TBR, that's when I'm going to fully concentrate on catching up on my Goodreads challenge. I'm going to read all my graphic novels and also going to read a lot of the other things I'm about to mention after this, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be able to catch up on the challenge. What I was going to say now for reason number 4, or the fourth way that you can catch up on a challenge, is quite similar to the graphic novels, but you can read manga. So for those of you who are not interested in manga, then this obviously doesn't apply to you. I have a lot of manga. I have so much that I haven't read, and I know that once Yalk's out the way and I can start catching up on that challenge, I'm going to read all of my manga, and I'm just going to be up to date and maybe even ahead of schedule, because I have about 50 volumes that I can read, and they don't take long at all. They probably take about half an hour to 45 minutes to read, which is really helpful. So that's the fourth way that you can read more or catch up a little bit more on that challenge. Reason number 5 is read all day, every day. Who cares about having a job? Who cares about a social life? Who cares about interacting with family or friends? You have a challenge, okay? Goodreads and yourself has set you a challenge to read that number of books by the end of the year. And who do you think you are by not completing it? So what are you doing watching this video? You shouldn't be watching this video. You should click off this video right now and go and read some books off your TBR pile so you can stay on or ahead of schedule. Only joking guys, I need the views. Please stay and watch the video. So yeah, that is basically all the ways that you can catch up on your Goodreads challenge. I mean, obviously the most obvious choice is to read short books. It also can be quite personal in the way that you can catch up on the Goodreads challenge. For me, contemporary books take me a much shorter time to read. So I can read, for example, Leah on the Offbeat. I could read this in about 2.5 hours, 3 hours, because it's easy to read, it's quick, it's fun. You don't really have to think a lot about like whilst you're reading it. But then it comes to a fantasy like Children of Blood and Bone, and it could be the same length as Leah on the Offbeat, but I know it's going to take me a longer amount of time because there's more information to digest about the characters, about the world. It's more extravagant and there's more detail. So, you know, it is some people read fantasies quicker than contemporaries. It's very personal to the person that you are. But obviously, you know, it's not just audiobooks, manga, graphic novels, ebooks, you know, it's what you feel like you can do. And yeah, I don't actually know whether this video made sense, but I was just inspired by my Goodreads challenge, and when I saw that I was 23 books behind schedule, and I was like, okay, something needs to be done about this. And I kind of brainstormed all the ideas how I could catch up with that, and this is where that video came from, I guess. I was like, you know what do I do at night time? I watch TV. You know what I could do at night time? Read 50 pages of a book. See, there we go. But what I don't want to do, or what I don't want you guys to do in the process of kind of trying to crack down on that TBR, is to force yourself to read when you don't want to read. I know that if I force myself to read so much, that actually causes me to go into a reading slump, and that's not good for anyone. The amount that I'm pushing myself to read for Yalk is just crazy. I have so many books I need to read within the next 7 days, and I'm just like, I'm not in the mood to read sometimes because I'm trying to push myself too hard. I hope this video made sense. I know it's a very short video, but I know a lot of people want to figure out how to read more, but my kind of best option out of these lot are audiobooks. They are an absolute lifesaver. I have read so much more because of them, and I know $7.99 a month might sound like a lot of money, but it's one book. That is the price of one book, $7.99, and you know, it's maybe not buy that one book that you're not so sure about, but you're just gonna buy it anyway. Buy one book that you really want on audio, and I swear it's just gonna blow your mind because it's so good. I absolutely love them so much, and I am pretty much constantly listening to them. I will always have one on the go whilst I'm doing anything. So yeah, that's my short little video for you guys. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you've got any comments, questions or feedback, just leave it in the comments box below. I don't have a set schedule for videos at the moment, but when I do figure one out, I will let you know. And yeah, that is all I have left to say. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!